I've always loved hearts and making cards, but I came across this design kind of by accident. By sewing in my journals, I've had these papers underneath them so the paint wouldn't ooze onto past pages. So it started with these oops papers and I just couldn't throw them away. They're just too beautiful with all the thick layers and pops of color. I just love them. So I end up with a pile of these beautiful papers ready for the next step to make the card. So once I have a pile like this, the first thing I usually do is to cut it into smaller sections that would be easier to work with. So you get a pair of scissors like this, and I just kind of cut off the blank middle piece. So I end up having 4 rectangles. There it is. Now, if you've followed my cards, you've seen that there's kind of 2 styles that I make, so I'll show you both. The hearts are my favorite, especially for this time of year with Valentine's Day. But another style is to kind of follow along some of the paint strokes. You can kind of see where the roller kind of came off. I guess this one's really clear on seeing how the paint moved like this. So what I would do is just kind of follow along and rip. Just about like this. And this is just a messy ripped look that I would sew onto a greeting card. So that's one style. But I always end up with this extra piece like this. And that's where the heart came in mind, of where I can fold this and create a heart. Like that. So I would go ahead and do all this pile of paper and end up with a stack of hearts and a stack of ripped paper, and then I'm ready for the next step. Once I have my pieces cut out, I'm ready to add them to a blank greeting card. So I buy these blank greeting cards just like this, and part of the fun is kind of matching the messy painted piece to which color of card I like it on. So I like wild and kind of pops and spontaneous. This matches really pretty, but for my creative style, it's too much of one color. So I kind of like it to contrast and pop a little bit more. So I'll probably put it on this purple because there's no purple in my paint, but it looks really good on the purple. So once I've decided which card it goes on, I do a quick glue stick on the back just so it kind of stays in place on the greeting card while I sew. Even though it's the same few steps from painting the messy paper and cutting out the designs, gluing it and sewing it, I love this project because it feels fun and different every time based on the painted papers and the color of the greeting card, as well as it's just a lot of different steps, and I kind of get bored doing any one thing for too long. So the final step here, well, not even the final step, but the next step is sewing it around. And there is a quirky, messy greeting card. I love it so much. They're not perfect. They are made from recycled materials. Even my sewing job, it's not the best. I've done better. Maybe I can add another row to that and fix it a little bit. But it's fun, it's messy, it's creative, it's different. So the last thing I would do is I put a sticker on the back with my information. I get an envelope and I package it all up with a little sticker on front. So they are definitely a labor of love, but so much fun to create and so much fun to give and use. So thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed them and hope they inspire you to try something new and create as well.